Satnam, hello, this is Gabriela with CNA Yoga, and I'm here today to talk a little bit about Kundalini Yoga, what it is, and just to share with you a couple of the aspects that might seem different or maybe even intimidating to some people. So, I am a KRI certified Kundalini Yoga instructor at the 200-hour level, and Kundalini Yoga has been very transformational in my life. One of the main reasons why it has is because it's got a beautiful formula, if you will. It's very scientific, has a beautiful formula for really feeling good at the end of a class. So that leads me to the very first thing I wanted to share with you, which is in a Kundalini yoga class as taught by Yogi Bhajan, you're going to come up with or see 5 different elements in a class. The first one is the tuning in. The second one is a kriya or a set of postures. The third one is deep relaxation. The fourth one is meditation. And then the fifth element is an affirmation that we use to close the class called the Long Time Sunshine Song. So when you find those 5 elements in a class, then you know that you're in a Kundalini Yoga class as taught by Yogi Bhajan. So the first question is, what is Kundalini Yoga, right? Hey, why reinvent the wheel? This is my level 1 teacher book. So Kundalini Yoga is a science. It actually works on the 7 chakras, the arc line, and the aura, which in Kundalini Yoga we refer to the aura as the 8th chakra. It actually works directly on your total energy. So one of the things I love too is like you get a full tune-up when you do a Kundalini Yoga class. You basically like align all your chakras, get your energy go. It's like the beautiful fast track version to feeling better. Um, it's also one of the most important things about it is that in Kundalini Yoga, we deliver an experience. So I don't tell you how to feel, even though I just told you you're going to feel good. I don't tell you how to feel. I don't make corrections to how you move unless, I see something that could be very harmful to you. But at the end of the day, what you're doing is you're engaging in an experience with yourself and you're using these very particular movements, very particular breath patterns, very particular sequences in order to activate that movement or that feeling, that energetic experience. Um, it actually, as the book says, it goes right into your heart and extends your consciousness so you may have a wider horizon of grace and knowing of the truth. So, I just feel like when I engage in a full Kundalini yoga class or even portions of it, because you're able to do maybe just a Kriya or just a meditation portion, or once you bring the gong into it, it has a completely different experience. Um, but you really can just kind of quiet the mind and bring some physicality into the body to get like those wiggle jiggles out, and then really just allow yourself to feel what you feel in the moment. So it's a beautiful practice. And as my channel progresses, I'm going to be sharing more full-length Kundalini yoga classes with you as well. So to prepare, I just wanted to share with you. So the very first element of the class is the tuning in. So tuning in, we do that with a mantra called Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. It's called the Adi mantra, which means it's the first thing that we do in a Kundalini yoga class. So Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. This means I bow to the subtle divine wisdom, the divine teacher within. It sounds very similar to when you say Namaste, the light in me honors the light in you, or the teacher in me honors the teacher in you. And it's an ancient yogic mantra which allows the chanter to relate instantly to the divine teacher within. Adi means primal or first, and mantra means the creative mental projection using sound. So we use that for a variety of reasons. Number one, so that we can connect to each other. Number two, so we can connect to Yogi Bhajan and the golden chain or pool of teachers that came before us. And it really helps set the space. So it's akin to maybe taking a few deep breaths. It's akin to sometimes I think of like when you take your shoes off and put your slippers on at home, like the workday is done, now you're home, right? So the Adi Mantra does just that. So we chant it 3 times, each time in one breath, and it sounds like this. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. So you're welcome to practice that. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. You may just want to practice even any point in time when you feel like you need an energy reset. But Om Namo Guru Dev Namo is the Adi mantra, and the first thing that we do in a Kundalini yoga class is taught by Yogi Bhajan. Then we move into the Kriyas. So Kriyas are a set of defined postures. In Kundalini Yoga, we end up doing some vigorous or rigorous activity, followed by a few moments of relaxation or stillness or silence, and then you repeat it to create a set of, or a Kriya set. So there's thousands of Kriya sets in Kundalini Yoga. So you can find one for anything. You can find one for to heal the stomach. You can find one to align the 10 bodies, the chakras, anything you want. There's a Kriya for that. That's what I like to say. What do you need? There's a Kriya for that. So we tune in, we've got our Kriyas, then we move into a deep relaxation. So a deep relaxation is usually akin to Shavasana in a non-Kundalini yoga class. That's when you're going to be guided into laying down, maybe covering yourself with a blanket. And then depending on the Kundalini yoga instructor, if they have a gong, then they'll play the gong for you during deep relaxation. And the vibrations of the gong are incredibly powerful and allow you to really just integrate the exercises, the postures that you previously did, really prime the body and set the stage for accepting the meditation that comes afterwards. And it really, the brain becomes, or the mind, I should say, becomes defenseless to the vibrations of the gong. It is said that you can't, within a few seconds, they say that you can't go longer than 90 seconds without your brain finally saying, I give up, I can't make sense of these vibrations, so I'm just going to relax and let it go. So it's incredibly powerful. So if you have a chance to experience that in person, I invite you to explore that. So now we've got our tuning in with the Adi mantra. We've got our set of Kriya, our Kriya set. We've got our deep relaxation. Now we're ready for our meditation. So a lot of times we think that meditation is just sitting in cross-legged pose, eyes closed, trying to empty the mind. And that may be true in Kundalini Yoga as well. Again, we have thousands of different kinds of meditations for a calm heart, to balance the tattvas, to for stress and anxiety, whatever you need. Again, whatever you need, there is a meditation for it. So again, in Kundalini Yoga, we use the angles of the body, we use the different energies of the fingers, sort of like if you think of Chinese medicine or acupuncture, we use the pressure points for different things, the eye posture, the chanting. It's all very precise in order to evoke a specific reaction, which actually can affect the different organs of the body, the pituitary, the pineal, anything. So, and that's another reason why in Kundalini things are very specific and done a certain way because it's intentional. So, in a meditation, you may just sit quietly with no mantra and focus on your breath. You may have a more active meditation. I just recently did one where you go like this for however long you can stand it. So there's a lot of different things that you can do. And then after we finish with our meditation, then we end the class with what's called the Long Time Sunshine Song. That's a beautiful affirmation. And the words are, may the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. There's versions of it in Spanish and other languages. And it's just a beautiful way to close the practice and end the experience. And also to ground you because you are moving a lot of energy. You are really accessing parts of yourself that maybe you don't normally access. So it's a beautiful way to also just ground, give gratitude, be in reverence of the practice and the teachings. Another thing that might feel different is that we do tend to bow at the end of a class, and we always say that we bow to the teachings, not the teacher. You can also bow to bring the wisdom from your head down to your heart. So again, it's just a beautiful, reverent practice. It feels good to say that. It just feels peaceful and calming and full of grace and gratitude. So again, the 5 elements of a Kundalini Yoga class, tuning in with the Adi mantra, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Then we do our Kriya set, which is a set of exercises, our postures. We move into a deep relaxation, sometimes with the gong, sometimes in silence, sometimes with just playing specific mantra music. Then we move into our meditation, which could invoke pranayam, which is breath, mudra, which is hand movement, drishti, which is eye posture or eye movement, a whole combination, any of those pieces, all, some, and then we close with the Long Time Sunshine song. At the very end, when we do our bowing, we say Sat Nam, and Sat means truth, Nam means identity. So as we close and we say three long Sat Nams, just to again seal the practice. So if you have any questions about Kundalini Yoga, you're welcome to send me an email. Let me know what they are, and I'm happy to answer them. And hopefully, this primer has just given you a little bit more information on what to expect in a Kundalini Yoga class.